US. And by that I mean I got on my cart for 2 seconds, said this sucks, it's really hot, and went back into my nice AC.
I just like that you have Badlands.
Yeah.
All of America's a bad land, in my opinion. Anyway, you defeat the Skellies. Most of you getting a few nicks and wounds. Those of you who you would, so Tobias and
I am barely alive.
Yeah, the necrotic damage didn't like cause like a big black wound or anything like that. It was almost like just a damage to your very soul. So actually, you're not looking as bad as you are, but you'd be pale and tired and all that sort of stuff.
I feel like I've been cursed.
Exactly.
I'll lay on hands for both of us. And heal us both for 5 each.
Good idea.
Awesome.
Great
Just in
idea,
case
in fact.
something else happens when we're down here.
So yeah, what are you thinking of?
Well, I guess we're just going to investigate the ship and see what we can find out what's here. I don't recommend taking any of this cursed.
Whoa! Did anyone else hear
What
that?
happened there? Yeah, what happened there?
You went into the 90s. Your microphone got progressively worse and worse quality.
Yeah, no, it's actually been happening all game.
Really?
Yes,
okay.
and I'm trying to fix it, but
It's better now. So
yeah, it's better now.
were you saying?
Oh, Virik would just say, okay, I'll take that under advisement.
I'm certain you will. Use your best.
Give me investigation checks, all of y'all.
I do kind of want to take the head of this captain, though.
Feel free.
Oh, come on.
And
On
stick
my
him in
screen,
back.
that's an 18. Why? Why does it say 5?
Aw.
Mine is an 18.
God damn it. It literally, it rolled 18. I was like, yes! Why does it say 5?
So, Virik, you're going around looking explicitly for loot. And
Oh, yeah.
you don't actually find a lot of it. A lot of the things, it seems, in the 30 years this ship has been here, more or less, things have perished away. Maybe they didn't even have an awful lot of gold here, or maybe they hid it, or something of the sort. Aelor isn't really focusing much because she's kind of decapitating the captain and probably dumping the rest of the bodies into the water. Like, that's where they belong. Sploosh. Sploosh. One at a time. It's Tobias who feels that something's just a little strange down in the bottom of the ship and would probably encourage Barut to look with him. And of course there's other stuff in the ship, and you do loot more of the ship. But what you two find, or notice more accurately, is that it's almost like a panel in the back of the ship, which would have gone against the back of the cave. Is made of wood that is so rotten, so reclaimed by the barnacles and things, it actually could be completely moved aside. And when it does so, it reveals more cavern. Where it looked like you were at the end of this cavern, it goes deeper. But it almost looks like it was put in such a way by a creature more intelligent than a skeleton to hide the fact that it was further. It's actually a secret passageway or something, but not hidden by magic or anything, just hidden by the darkness and
Creativity.
yeah, you know, a little bit of woodwork. Going through the rest of the ship, though, Barut, you figure out, you knowing a thing or two about ships, you find where they would have had their hidey holes for loot and money and things. So you actually find a whopping 90 gold when you're going around and looting this place.
Great news.
Captain hid pretty much everything in like small pouches hidden under floorboards and stuff that you go around and check and find.
All right. I'm going to take 30 of that for our... no, that's not how that math works. Sorry. My brain is not working properly. Yeah, no. Okay, so...
I know that
taking
feeling.
15 of that for our collective pool, and then divvying up the 25 between the other 3.
I will add that.
Okay.
Please
How
keep
much
my
from-
share.
Gladly. So I'll take
So how much
25
was it
myself.
each?
25 each, except for the global pool, which Tobias, if you don't mind adding the global pool.
Yeah, I got it.
Sweet. I can pay for a new boomerang. Because I'm not swimming down to get it.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to use Divine Sense on it to, just check if it's cursed gold?
It's more this feels wrong. These people were cursed because of their greed, so taking their money just feels inappropriate.
It depends what you use the gold for, I suppose.
It's
If
true.
used for selfish means, or if it's used for helping of people.
I absolutely agree with that. You may put it in the party fund, so that we may
Lovely.
buy potions with it.
Good. Then I will
Awesome.
do that instead. So, Tobias, please put the 25 from mine in the party fund.
Rick stops and looks like you're going to make him put it in.
Rice will also add his in as well. He's like, that's reasonable. I don't want any cursed gold going back to my family.
Burrow's going to give Vieric a look and just go, "You're good." He knows he saw you throw the boomerang off the ship. He doesn't know how much they cost. This will go towards that, though, I'm sure. We need to combat effective so that we can help people in the future. So,
We now have 86 gold pieces in our party fund and 60 giant gold pieces.
Yeah, what happens with that? How does that work?
I don't know how much those are worth, but we have them.
You know what? Leave it as 60 giant gold pieces, and we'll just...
I did track it separately just in case.
Yeah, we might find it useful. Maybe someone will want them.
Exactly. You know what? Actually, I'm going to take 5 of that gold out of the party fund, and when we get back down to the fisherman, I want to give that to him.
Hey.
So what do you make of this passage?
I mean...
Bias says to the room.
It seems like it was hidden, and that someone didn't want it found.
I have a question. This place looks old. They look old. Why now are people going missing?
That is why I was about to say the hidden passage likely has more information for what we're actually looking for.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mind if we took a little bit of a rest before we continued on, and also maybe let our fisherman friend know that we are going to be staying here for a little bit longer, and maybe we could I don't know, maybe we want to take a bit of a longer rest. I don't know, it depends. He may want to take a longer rest given that it's quite late now, isn't it? Is that right?
It's not super late. It'll be like around 4 p.m.
Okay. We'd have time to get back to town, though, theoretically. So, I mean, we could also ask him to come back and pick us up tomorrow, potentially. But
Now that we know definitively there's a problem here, it might be easier for us to book passage for people willing to help.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
So which of those are you going to do? You're going to tell him to come back tomorrow?
That's a good question. Do we want to go back with them, and then come back with more people in a bigger ship? I mean, we may not need to. The secret passage may just lead to
Yeah, I think let's just.
I think step one, we might want to poke our heads in just to see what we're dealing with, because it could just be a small room.
Yeah.
But if it's an actual there's more to it.
Could I take a quick peek with just
You'd have to give me a perception check.
Or
you could let your sneaky dude do it with a stealth roll.
Well, let him have a look first, and then if he sees nothing in the immediate thing, I'll stealth in.
I don't want to go in. I just want to see, all I'm looking for is how large is this space, and, whether or not it's worth going into now. Which I will roll that perception for, and it is a 22.
With your dark vision, you can pretty much see that it goes the length of your dark vision. There's a little bit of a passageway that looks like it's been slightly more built, and then it just goes back into this sort of natural cave where you can see that it has sort of walkways and areas where it drops off into water.
Okay.
It looks like it keeps going a while, but
I would relay that information and say it looks like it's fairly large and expansive. I mean, Vieric, if you'd like to scout ahead carefully.
Yeah, I might have a little peek. I'm actually going to take off the mask with the glasses in it, put it in the pack. I'll have a look, and I'm going to stealth.
Give me a stealth.
I'm not going to go too far in. I'd say...
Just kind of go in.
Yeah, how far can he see in dark
He can see
vision?
60 feet in.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably go like 60, 70 feet in, just so I know I can see further anyway. So, stealth.
Exactly. And also give me a perception check.
That's going to be not nearly as good. Yep, not
So
nearly as good.
you can go in, and your dark vision allows you to see pretty much the entirety of this cavern. It's almost a ring-shaped cave where in the middle is this pool of water that clearly either has been trapped separately, or maybe there's a passage under the ship, which would make quite a bit of sense. You can also see skeletons at the corner of this cavern, but not living ones. Very much dead ones.
Okay.
And it looks like it kind of keeps going. You can even see a little flicker of light in that furthest part of the cavern. As if, you know, you could see around a corner and light is sort of cascading from something.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, I'm going to head on back and relay that information. So I saw a bit of light further in. I'll relay the information about the pool and everything the way you did. But yeah, I saw a light further in, so someone's in there. Those skeletons didn't need light. So, might be who's responsible.
I mean, it's not a ton of information to go on, but they don't know we're here, as far as we know.
If we take, we know where they have to come out of. At least we think they have to come out of. So we could take a rest and just make sure we have someone watching that at all times.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with even taking a long rest, but I think if we do that, we should let our fisherman friend know so he can bring his catch home, whatever he caught. I didn't really see what he caught because I was underwater, but you know,
he caught some
he'll
skellies.
go and rest his bones. And get him to come back and pick us up tomorrow, although we will probably have to get him, without our skillful help, to pick us up outside of the cabin.
Yeah.
All right. You tell him to head off, and he's like, sounds good.
And I give him the 5 gold pieces from our party fund as well to say thank you very much.
Also to guarantee he'll come back.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he will start rowing his way out of the cavern, which allows you the space inside the cavern or the ship to start settling in for a rest. And kind of what's your plan for camping here, as well as your watches?
Well, we know that door is where people are going to be coming out of if they do, so we want to watch that. I can watch for the first shift or the last shift. I don't care. I just need to meditate for 4 hours.
Yeah, if we can have the other shifts covered for the main camp in terms of watching the water and everything, once I've done my meditation, I could, we know where they have to come from in that corridor. I could go up to the edge and just watch down that corridor. Exactly. So I get a much bigger notice if they're coming.
Exactly. Do you want the humans to ever have a watch, or do you want to do what you did last time, just let them sleep and just...
Let them sleep. They've taken a bit of a beating in that last fight. I think it would make the most sense.
You guys have dark vision, like...
Exactly. Allow you to rest.
This is where we make up for
the
squishiness of us.
It's a very cold night's rest, because you can't really afford to make a fire, and you're in a sea cave in the north. It's a very cold night's rest. But which order was it? Baruch first, then Virik?
Yes. I believe. Well, it's up to you. No, I don't actually.
I think I would want to go first, just so that I can stay watching the thing the longest. Because
Virik, give me a perception check.
Okay. God damn it! I'm watching just down a corridor. How can I miss them walking up?
Sneaky boy.
There's a problem in your statement, and you'll figure it out in time. In time.
There is a chance that this is not the only entrance or exit. There is a chance that there's a chance that they are not going to be walking. There are chances for many things.
That's a good point.
Many things. And I am very concerned because he's still flipping through the book.
Yeah, no, that's because I don't know my ABCs.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's a whole different concern.
There's a whole different problem.
Has it been more than an hour?
Yes, but when taking a long rest, it doesn't count as taking a short rest. So
Perfect.
you don't get your healing for it. But the way it works, if your rest gets interrupted and it's less than an hour of interruption, you can then keep doing the same rest.
Gotcha.
Because you are getting interrupted.
Surprise.
Were you camping in, like, the ship?
Yes.
Presumably.
Yes.
Which floor?
We want it to be sheltered as much as possible.
Were you camping in the bottom floor so that you could watch?
I think that was the
entrance?
implication, yeah.
And it keeps us not visible from the top in case anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's while Varric is kind of off to the side. The rest of you are asleep or deep in meditation. Kind of in your little corner in the dark. It is. Barut, give me a perception check because you are still aware of your surroundings, but kind of to a degree, depending on the roll.
I am not paying attention to my surroundings.
His one is more than mine, and I didn't roll a 1.
Yeah,
You
but it's an
are deep in memories. When elves trance, they go back into their past and they think on memories. Either I just have a dice on my face. Either on either trying to remember knowledge past or remember good times in the past. When you're deep in that thought, something happens that did not happen in a memory, and sometimes the memories change. Sometimes even very talented elves can change their memories. But what happens is you are grabbed, Barut, by the mouth and lifted with ease. When your eyes sort of properly snap open, you are being lifted by a large creature that is humanoid on the top half, but not truly. The face is almost like half man, half fish. And the bottom half is what you would imagine of like a mermaid, sort of this long tail, where there's these sort of tattered fins and such. And it literally just lifts you up by the mouth with complete ease, which snaps you awake, and will then just swing you down into the one of the pillars in the room. Give me a Constitution check, Barut.
It's always brute.
Deck or
Barut.
save? Sorry, I threw save.
Save.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And you see this thing for a few moments before your head is knocked against the pillars that do have some metal reinforcement, and you are knocked out. Asleep, completely. Aelnor and Tobias and Varric, give me perception checks.
Surely I would have heard that. Oh, no, apparently not. Oh my god, he's good.
Goodness.
Aelnor, you snap awake. It's one of those things where you've been in battle zones, and hearing a noise like that when you sleep, it could only be really one thing. But when you wake up, you just see the top body of this thing kind of open another hatch in the bottom of the ship and drop down with a splash. With Barut. You're muted, by the way.
Sorry. Okay. I grab my sword. I kick whichever one is closer to me of our companions.
Tobias. Varric is like a little way down the pathway, watching where you thought the bad guys would come.
Mm-hmm. So I kick him, and then I jump in after.
Yeah! Give me an athletics check to swim. It's not very good.
Great for my +6 that I have to the roll.
Yeah, that's just a bad
Right?
roll, which sucks.
Yeah.
Varric, so you yelled for Varric as well.
Yeah.
So when you turn around, she's jumping into the water. And Tobias, when you wake up, she's jumping into water.
Well, Tobias woke up when I kicked him, I think.
Yeah.
Not very gently.
Yeah.
Did I at least see that Brute is gone and that she's jumping into the water? Okay, in that case, I'm going to step of the wind and just full tilt go straight in after.
Give me an athletics.
Oh, come on. It couldn't be acrobatics. It's water, I know.
Every time we are resting and Vieric is doing anything.
Hey, the
Bad
logic was
things
sound.
happen to me.
The logic was sound.
Tobias, what are you planning on doing?
I guess we're all just jumping in the water.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, well, you know.
So I snap awake after being kicked, see Eleanor jump in the water after yelling for Vieric. I'm like, well, Ruit's not here.
Down into the
I
water.
don't know what we're doing, but I guess this is it. So I pull out my swords, put one in the mouth so I have a hand free to try to swim better, as you do. And I hop in for a nice polar bear swim. Would you like me to also make an athletics check?
Yes, sorry, I was tagged in something and I don't understand it, so I'm just going to ignore it.
I don't understand it either.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Rolling the worst right now. It's because we talked about the rolls in the break.
I mean,
So,
I just woke up.
So first of all, you guys can't see. It takes Vieric a moment after you guys drop down into the murky blackness of this water to create his dancing lights, as he totally would.
Yeah.
When you do, you can see that there's some degree of like this twisting, tattered seaweed at the bottom of the water that's actually moving in a way that lets you know where this creature went, although none of you can see it, even the light in the water. When you go the only way they really could have gone, the other way was the entrance. You swim deeper, you can come up after maybe straining your lungs, and you see no heads or tails of Barut. What you do see is that room that I described, Vieric, that you come up in the middle of that pool of water, more or less, sort of back middle, and you can see the little kind of flickers of light, and you can see corpses, and you see no sign of Barut. Actually, why don't you all give me a little perception checkies?
Please, God. Okay.
Yes.
Vieric, seeing in the darkness, you see a sort of trail of wetness and also a sort of scraping on the stone. It looked like a big sea creature moving and dragging an armored person behind him down that corridor, which is kind of expected. And also, when you hear a kind of cackling of a woman.
I would immediately just be sprinting straight down that
Now
road.
here's the question. Do you guys want to fight or call it a session here?
I do not want to call it a session here because
Yeah.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah, I'm cool. Keep going.
Okay.
I'm good to
Okay.
keep going if you guys are
Yeah,
okay.
let's do it.
Let me set up.
All right. Heroes of Jarviskjir XL.
I mean, we'll see
Hey
how
now.
it goes.
Hey now, Winter. I
guess
see what
it
you're
depends
saying.
on if
Scott.
we keep
It was a
each
group
hand
effort.
first.
Everyone rolled terribly.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, no, this is not. You can't even put this on one person
Roll two
because
natty
it's so
ones.
bad.
You rolled 2 natty ones.
I did.
But I
Which
did
is-
like that you didn't consider the fact that maybe the sea monsters you're dealing with could swim.
Well, I didn't think sea monsters at this stage. I thought it was just skeletal things.
To be fair, when we looked around the ship, apparently I didn't see the hatch. Just
Yep.
No.
like, I mean, if I had noticed a hatch, I probably would have been like, "Oh, this seems dangerous."
You noticed one hatch.
Yeah, not
It's
that.
not the
You
one
didn't
we
roll
wanted.
good enough for 2.
Exactly. So, I mean, strategically, what choice could I have made?
And just a reminder, we did not get the benefit of a short rest.
You
correct?
did not get a benefit of a short rest
Okay.
because you would have been
yeah,
woken
I
up
would-
very. Well, it probably would have been an
thing
hour or 2. But
I
it's
would
just
like
short
to mention, as this is happening, I would like to use an action at some point during this whole debacle to drink a health potion, if that is allowable.
I think that's entirely reasonable. In like that moment where you come up and kind of look, you're just like,
Yeah.
nope.
Well,
take a potion. Everyone, give me initiative rolls. Even you, Barut, you might wake up at some point.
I currently don't see tokens, so I'm gonna just refresh roll 20.
You are far down.
Even still, I couldn't scroll or anything. My roll 20 just died.
I'm gonna get myself killed doing this. Oh, well.
Yes, you are. Do I have a blue dice for sea monsters? Blue D10s. Blue D12? I never need a D12. Purple. It'll have to do. Yeah, rolled well. That's what we want. Then we go to a new page in the book. I'm so bad at finding my pages in these books. I'm just real bad. Really, what I should do is I should notate them all beforehand, but I'm never gonna do that. That's too much work. Takes enough time making all these damn maps, because you guys actually, like, fucking barrel through combats and things. And
oh, goddammit. Okay, I gotta load it up on, on Edge again. It's doing the thing.
It's a good idea, though, isn't it? You're actually the first person to take your turn, so feel free to take your time, because I'm going to put the music on.
Yep, I just got to refresh the page.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like exactly as you finished talking, it went, whoop, and everything's gone. Okay. The lights don't seem to be working as well on Edge. They don't. I can see a lot more than I should be able to, I think.
You can't stop now.
1,
There's
2,
still
3,
monsters
4,
to fight.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, no, you just have really good vision because you're a dark elf.
In a dark place.
In a dark place.
Okay, and then I guess I'm gonna use dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't see much.
If you wanted to essentially have used your key point now to dash now, I think that's entirely reasonable because it's really just the way it worked cinematically. This would be when it would take place, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I got you.
In that case, yes.
I got your back, friend.
That means I can do another one if I want to, but first I'm going to do. In that case, can I peek around the corner and like do? I'm going to use my dash no matter what, but it's whether I keep going.
You can check and then go back on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you just left the because
chat
chat sees what everyone sees. You used to be able to see the whole cavern. Now there's nothing.
I would have carefully looked around that corner before. I would use my dash action to get up to the edge, look around, and if I continue going or not, I still would have used everything. So I saw everything. I'm going to backtrack to here and go quietly, like.
We can't see you.
Yeah, you just hear him.
Anything.
Dancing lights.
Yeah, you actually can see him. He's there. It's just I can't give him dancing lights and let you see it.
It's that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barut is unconscious. Tobias.
All right, so he did do dancing lights, so I can kind of see what's happening.
Yeah, I would put one above both of your heads, and then,
yeah, I just put one above both of their heads and let them see each other. It's just I can't put one on you. Unless it's an actual... And what I should really do is give you a bunch of light tokens that you can control.
Oh, that would be cool, yeah.
I keep forgetting to do it.
I guess I'm just gonna dash. 4, 5... Oh, there's a skeleton. 6.
It's spooky.
I'm going like the right way, right?
Yeah, you are. You see where I am?
Okay, because I saw where you pinged, so I was just kind of moving in that direction.
That's where you
Virik is like pointing down this way.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Very heroic.
I dash over there.
Well, I peeked around the corner.
Is that your full turn?
Like,
good.
Virik saw what he saw, realized he has 9 health, and was like,
It's not your turn, Eleanor.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say Eleanor.
No, sorry.
Looking at my dog. She's sad.
This is how we die.
Now it's your turn, Eleanor.
Okay. What are the rules for moving through water?
Just, it would be difficult terrain. At least for now, just in this moment, just to simplify it.
Okay. So I
Really, realistically, I wasn't
double
expecting
moving.
it to go this way. But it makes total sense.
Nor were we.
Alright, is that
Any
your turn?
natty ones, terrible rolls.
Good.
It's bad. This is where all our luck went. It drained out of here and went earlier in the session.
Varric.
Okay. Can I this time try and sneak up to the corner?
You can give me
and
a
see if I
stealth
can-
roll.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and sneak around. Well, I think I'm stealthy.
That, you know what? That makes a lot of sense, and you'll see why. Yeah! When you try to turn that corner, this hulking fishman is taking up the entire space as he's kind of pulling his way through. He's very slow on the surface. He hasn't got legs. So he's kind of like pushing and dragging his way through this area.
The best part is like there's still a bit of wall in the way, so I just see a bit of his feet, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm just gonna stay.
I was so happy that you said I want to stealth around this corner after I saw.
Because he can see.
I can. Well, I mean, I'm unconscious, but I can see
Yeah.
everything.
Hey, I can't be bothered to turn your
So I'm
lights off.
guessing that's I'm gonna assume it knows I'm here. Can I stab at it?
You'd have to like move one down, but yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's like in a wall for me.
It
that-
is currently squeezing through.
Yeah, I would have gotten here before I stopped because I would have seen it and go, oh,
Exactly.
and then stab, because this is where I die, so I stab at it before I die.
You guys didn't get a rest. That's a hit though. It's a pretty good hit, actually.
Punch it.
Yep. That's an even better punch than a hit because you're a monk. It's one of the things
Yeah,
like
I'm
you clearly this creature knew there was more, and it actually kind of goes back and goes like, and you like start attacking it. It's kind of surprised at the speed of you. It's kind of a slow hulking thing. Actually, you do start to like make it like bleed. And it kind of just looks down at you and like, and, is not very happy.
No, this is where I
Brute,
die.
give me a Constitution save.
Should be going.
You're still asleep.
Yeah.
Tobias.
You just saw me like stealthily walk up and then just
No.
fuck.
Well, I guess he didn't. He could see with the dancing lights. I guess.
Yeah,
It's true.
that's good. Bro. He saw me stealth into the darkness and then here, fuck, stab.
I
heard
can
something
get
big.
directly behind you, and I cannot move any further.
Yep.
I still can't see what's around the corner.
Was that your both
Be
both
glad.
actions, or just
What's
your one
that?
action? Was that just your move action, or have you dashed?
That was just my move, yeah. But I don't know if I want to dash. I'm gonna take a defensive stance.
Good idea,
You're gonna watch Vir
because
get
this
murdered.
thing is then going to attack Varric.
Yep, you're gonna watch Vir get murdered in front of
Where
you.
I actually can't see it on the map. Like I don't. Oh wait, I think
It's legitimately
Okay.
it's part of it is here, like
Okay.
legitimately right there.
So,
to the very
Varric,
edge.
what you see is two massive clawed hands just go to, and Varric's like, "Huh!" And then as you try to like sort of dodge around it, because you can actually see Barut's body like before it, past it, but you can't really see what's happening. It then lunges with its head first and snaps and bites. And I think Varric's been bitten quite a lot in this
A
whole
lot,
adventure
yeah.
so
Everything
far.
is biting me.
And you get bitten for 12 piercing damage.
I'm out.
Down.
Yep.
Oh.
And when you go down, like, you're slightly in his mouth and he lets go and just like...
I like the idea of he couldn't see anything. He just sees no, and Virk's gone.
Eleanor.
I'm gonna move.
There we go.
15. Alright. That's as far as I can move with double moving.
Okay.
A difficult terrain.
Spoosh.
Don't tell me she's putting me in an oven, Ollie.
A pot.
Oh my god. I just noticed that. Oh my god.
I don't know.
Yep.
No, you just had your turn. Sorry. The turn order's a little messed up on my end. Virik, did you go down bleeding or?
Oh no, I went down.
Perfect. So give me a death save if you are missing any. Yeah, nearly a 20, which would have been amazing right now.
Yeah,
Barut, you wake up just as you see a pot lid being put, covering yourself. The reason why you wake up is because boiling water really, really hurts. You can try to give me a strength check to get out.
I will do so. Strength check.
Yeah. You,
nice.
as this pot lid is being like lowered on, you're like, "Ah!" Kind of feral instinct strength, and kind of actually topple the pot over. As you do and get out, you stand and you see before you an absolutely disgusting human-like woman, but with like fish features, and some of her body has scales. The hair in some parts is seaweed, but just everything about them is horrifying and revolting. And she looks incredibly shocked that you woke up, and then just a very too wide, too toothy smile appears on her face, and she kind of readies long clawed fingernails. And that's your turn, because you saved yourself from boiling. Tobias.
Well, I mean, this is going down.
You would also see the big hand would now grab Virik's leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop out from around the corner. Oh, there it is. I kind of knew it was in that square, but like I couldn't really see it.
Yeah, you didn't get the full like holy shitness of it.
That's why I like using dynamic lighting in Roll20.
Yeah,
it has this moment.
Okay. I know Eleanor's coming behind me, so I don't want to stand here, because if I do, I'm gonna block her. So I'm gonna use my movement to get like here.
Yeah,
so
you totally can.
Attack it, and I'm gonna attack it twice. As much as I want to stand over Virik's body.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
You know your place.
Here we go. Where's my dice? There it is. Oh, that's cool.
Oh no!
What a great time for that to happen.
Roll. I'm not going to give you any sort of downside, but you are just trying to swing at this thing, and where you do swing, there's just natural scales that are too tough, and when once that sort of you come out from the darkness, and then just easily sort of bats your swords away, and will then attack you.
That makes sense.
And will hit, but it will hit you with it goes for the bite, and you're like, ha! Because you saw what that did, but it does sort of grab, basically around like your belt area, and the claws just dig in, each claw as big as a dagger. So, it'll hit you for 7 slashing damage.
Okay. I'm still up. Not doing great, but I'm still up.
Hell no. She's going.
Yep.
25, 30. Which means I can't hit it this round.
But you do have your action. You could do a medicine check as an action to try and stabilize
To
Virik.
get there. Will do. Sorry.
No, she's sad. And this thing's basically a giant sea dog anyway, right?
Very angry sea dogger. Oh, well, I'm dying today.
You try to drag Varric away from the creature more, which does get it away from the creature's attention, but the creature's also quite distracted with Tobias right now.
I don't have any spells and I don't have lay on hands. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My dog is just very pissed that I'm still playing. She doesn't understand why.
Oh. Beirut, you're going to be clawed.
That makes sense.
But with your shield, because I imagine you would have rested with like everything ready.
Oh yeah, no, just full on
danger zone.
Yeah.
You sort of manage to just put your shield in front of you in time for the claws to just drag over it. It makes that horrible like nails on a chalkboard sort of noise, and she just starts sort of cackling, which is
shield.
Not a surprise. Varric, give me a death save.
Oh,
Hey.
You know, you're doing well on them.
Yeah, that was close though. I saw it like roll, and I'm like,
Brute, give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save coming right up.
Please make it.
Brute, this creature is horrifying.
What the fuck are my dice doing?
Not only is this creature disgusting to look at, there's a smell coming from it that you can only assume is cooked and boiled and stewed human coming from its teeth. You are frightened of this creature.
I can't imagine why.
I guess.
It also
what I'm
did just
going
stuff
to
you in
do-
a pot.
It will exactly, right? You
What
can
I'm
attack
going-
it just with disadvantage.
Yeah. Which I'm going to do because it's in front of me with claws and I don't like it.
That is a miss.
A big surprise.
Give me... do you want to try and move?
No.
Give me
well,
another... Well,
You know what? Actually, yes. I'm gonna move over just over to this side.
good idea. Give me another wisdom save with disadvantage. You're basically trying to see if you can recover from the horrifying visage, which you do. You kind of shake yourself back into it. It's a monster. You've killed monsters.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about, right?
Just
Right?
don't like being in a pot. The pot was more the scary thing than the person.
You were seasoned, man. You were seasoned.
Yeah.
Tobias.
Okay. I'm gonna try to steel myself and attack again with my two short swords. Maybe. Okay, that was so good.
Yes.
This is where my rolls are coming from. Is you
Okay.
are taking them.
Yeah, the second one miss.
Is this thing a monstrosity by chance?
Oh, it is.
Yeah. All right, so there's the crit.
Nice.
Plus the extra 2 damage on top of that because he's a monstrosity.
Cool.
Yes.
With
It
that,
finally
you
happened.
finally managed to get like a freaking good strike at it. You know these kind of creatures, they have mixtures of animal and human and just they're absolute monsters. So you managed to cut at basically a weak point in like the neck and the gills area where it just starts bleeding this like brackish black blood. And actually like clutches onto it with one of his hands and you get the imagery that it can't unclasp with that arm, otherwise it might bleed out very quickly.
Excellent.
Which means when it attacks you now, it only has its bite. Which hits.
This thing is nom down, nom down.
For 10 damage.
Perfect. That's me being unconscious.
Yeah.
I lose my 9 hit points. In fall.
Oh, so close. Elnor.
Alright,
The bodies of your friends.
there it is.
Yeah.
This thing's clutching to its neck, kind of dripping blood all over the floor, all over Tobias.
Cut off its fucking arm that's blocking the bleeding.
It's a hit.
Whoa.
Can't see the damage. Okay.
You could
I can reroll
roll
the 2. Let's do it. God, this is being so slow.
Ah, damn it.
Damn it.
Oh well, 10 damage.
Yeah, that is not enough to put it down yet. This creature, Virik, is going to try and... it's going to try and claw you again.
I am Barut.
So,
I'm tired, bitch.
No. I'm just
I can't keep...
I was gonna say.
I can't tell these elves apart.
Like fail.
But it's one of those things where, as you kind of position yourself and you now can hear the weapons clashing in the background, it's tries to sort of claw at you and tries to scrabble, but you actually manage to sort of steel yourself like, it's a monster, just like anything else, and you actually sort of push back with your shield and send it tumbling down because it's a monster, but it's a humanoid, and when you push down at the thing that's shorter than you, you can just basically shield bash it to the ground, and it falls prone.
Well, at least I'm not the only one rolling that one.
Virik, give me a death save.
That means it can't attack you.
2 points of life to 1 point of death.
Yep.
Brute.
Well, given that this thing is prone, that is just unfortunate. But
You can move away without it doing opportunity attacks if that's what you're thinking. Because it's prone.
no, I assumed as much because it's prone, and I am going to actually take my dash action to just move one step closer.
Ooh. Okay.
And-
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my turn. I was thinking about doing bonus action, but I can't.
Yeah, spell slots.
I am out of spell slots.
Tobias.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good start. This thing will actually turn and see Barut there and just kind of try to bite at you. But it's one of the things, your shield just, it kind of bites and you shield, like you ran over like a freaking Dark Souls character shield first. It goes, there's one of the things, its mouth is big enough, its mouth is big enough to easily like get the entire shield, and even the shield actually crumples a good deal in the thing's jaws. It is a good thing you're getting a new one. You managed to shake it away, and you have advantage because flanking. If you can, press the attack button with dog.
I can do it.
I believe in you.
That's a hit.
Hey.
Thanks.
And that is just a
Fucking-
kill. I assume you take its head.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You have to.
This is becoming a thing she
There's
does.
just a spray of blood across the room.
Finishing blow, head off. Okay.
What other reason is there to have a great sword?
Do you want to move,
Cleave it in half, you cut off its head.
Alan?
Well, it depends. How bad are these guys' shape?
They're
Two
bleeding.
successes, One,
They're
Two
bleeding.
successes, one fail. But I'm good
one success.
because I have
for-
2 successes. So
Unless you roll a 1.
Unless you roll a 1, which
Oh,
is
that's
2
true.
failures.
Alright. I'm gonna attempt to medicine check him just because he's the one immediately in danger of death.
You did just use your action.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, so I'm gonna stay there to do that later.
Okay. The creature is going to get back up and start. Run up behind Barut. Virik, roll me a death save.
Wait. Oh, that scared me. That scared me real bad.
Ooh, I felt that
That's
one.
good.
I felt that one down in the ghoulies. All right,
Yes,
Barut.
I-
Oh, I'm
5
gonna,
weeks is enough to get attached.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
the attack of opportunity to move away,
It misses.
and I am going to administer a health potion into Virik's face. 2d4 plus 2, is that right?
Yeah.
For 5.
It's one of the things where you can see Virik just has this very, very just massive bad wound where you can see every single tooth mark in it, even some teeth left in it, kind of like a shark. When you administer the health potion, you see that just the wound seal up enough to allow him to continue moving. Whether you can't see the inside of his organs anymore.
And I'm gonna say to Aelinor, move through, let me take care of them.
Okay.
Tobias, give me a death save. Doing well. That creature is dead, so now it's Aelinor.
But... 20. I'm gonna stab him. I hope I hit the right one. Did I hit it at all?
I don't know.
No,
it went. You don't have a disadvantage.
I don't have it.
That's a hit, though. That's a better hit.
Yeah.
Oh, Aelinor, give me a wisdom save. Sorry.
Okay. Before my attack?
Yeah, it would have been before your attack. You were frightened, so reroll a disadvantage, please.
Okay.
Our rolls, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Look, there's been a
How
lot
many
of
men
crits
won?
on both sides of the board.
Yeah.
And then there's a miss.
Mm.
She is then actually going to grab the sides of your face, Eleanor, or try. Give me a wisdom save. Oh no! Before
Why am I rolling
that,
with
give me
disadvantage?
another wisdom save with disadvantage. No, so that's
Okay,
good.
well-
So that was the one that you did at the end of your turn, which you failed. So now roll me a normal one, flat.
One? Alright.
Yeah, there's a lot of wisdom saves involved in this monster.
Oh!
It's one of those things. You've already felt curses today. As this horrifying fish lady stares, you can feel her staring into your soul. Literally into the very depths of you. But you steel yourself. You even managed to shake her away slightly. And this creature seems very perturbed that whatever black magic, and you can even see smokes of shut darkness going from her eyes, did not work. And then just hisses and will get back into sort of a claw fighting position. But just used its turn. Virik, you are on the ground, but you are conscious now.
Okay, I'm gonna get up with half my movement. So now I've got, I can move 4. That's not gonna be enough. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't move up there.
No, because
No,
it's
okay.
that's actually in. You should be able to. I'll allow it.
Okay.
You're a sneaky.
Yep, and then I'm gonna boomerang it from here. There we go. Nope.
Nope.
And let's see if I catch it on the way back. Probably not with that roll. Yep. Oh wait, no, that's exactly the DC for the catching, isn't it? On
No,
the way
when you
back
miss.
if I miss. Yeah.
It's higher, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 15 if I hit, 10 if I miss.
Other way
No,
around.
other way around.
Other way
Never mind.
around.
Other
So
way
you
around.
I'm a
don't
derp.
catch it.
I'm a
Yeah.
derp. Yeah. Boomerang
fine.
gone.
Virik,
I derped.
I'm gonna do a medicine check on Tobias to try and stabilize.
please do.
Oh,
You bring him back up to 1. You do more than that.
Smack him in the face. Wake up, you son of a bitch!
Oh man, Tobias, something smells real good. Like spices
Yeah.
and pepper.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm like, oh, I was having the most lovely dream. I have 1 hit point. 1, 2.
Yep.
Yeah, and now it's your turn.
Ugh, there's so many humans.
I know.
So many bodies in the way.
I have
know.
to use half my movement to stand up, so that's 1, 2.
Mm.
I can't move any further. I'm just gonna drop my swords, pull out my longbow, and make an attack with that, I think.
Yeah. I think that's the play.
Shazam. 17.
17's a hit.
For 7 piercing.
That's a good amount of damage. Like, this is the first time this creature's been, properly hit as well. And it just almost maybe didn't see you back there properly, or there's a lot of stuff going on there. It's in the sort of shadows of her vision. When the arrow hits her, just sort of a shriek and recoils back. Next up
Okay.
is Elnor.
Alright. I'm a hitter. Maybe.
Nope. But you can give me another wisdom save with disadvantage
Okay.
to try and cure your fear. Nope.
Nope.
You're terrified. She will actually sort of skitter. Go up here. And try to claw at Virik, but Virik does sort of a very ninja-y jump up to the cavern wall, and it goes... and then kind of realizes the situation it's in. And then actually will kind of put its hands up. Now the question is anyone going to allow that shit?
Absolutely.
Virik, are you gonna attack a surrendering fish woman?
She tried to eat someone.
What I will do is I will. You said that I jumped up to like the roof there. I'm gonna jump over and land here and stop and blade out, holding it.
Sounds good. Barut.
I'm going to walk over here into the corner if you can allow me to. I
Yeah,
don't know if I'm
It's
not
just,
sure.
it's just because it's kind of a half space. You might have to drag yourself and drop it. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I had to drag myself up. It wouldn't let me do it otherwise.
There we go.
It kind of messes with the vision a little bit, but yeah,
And
it's
I'm
fine.
gonna have the blade out as well on the other side of her. And I'm going to ask her first and foremost, what languages do you speak, if any?
I speak yours.
Good.
I speak many.
Good. That's good news. We can talk then.
Yes.
Why have you
Talk.
been eating fishermen?
Because they're so delicious.
Oh, well, that's not a good enough answer. So, do you want to try again? What else has been going on? Why have you been eating fishermen? Why have you been destroying their
Because
ships?
I need to eat to survive. And why would I eat fish when I can eat the men who fish?
Yeah, no, kill it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean?
No, I
Yeah.
say-
If
I
either of you
say-
two want to make an attack at this time, you have advantage. You easily can. Like
The second
Eleanor
that
or
it says
Tobias.
like when I can eat the man who fish, I would also do.
I think it's
uh,
entirely reasonable at this
yeah.
time, sort of cinematically. She's like, why would I eat when I can eat the man who fish? You all attack. And you all do enough damage coming from every angle that this creature is just killed on the spot. Because sometimes diplomacy doesn't work.
Yeah, no.
I-
Virik values honor in fighting, and it's happy to eat innocents, so no.
so
And with
I'm
that,
gonna
why
sheathe my
don't...
sword, but I want to go look at those spices. Whatever spices they were using, I want to grab them and bring them back with me.
Yeah, you smell great, man.
A man can appreciate flavor.
So that's the end of the session. But the man appreciates flavor. I don't know. I want. Here's a good one. Okay, so a little bit over time, but actually ended up being nice hourly segments either way because of the time we missed during breaks. So why don't we start our circle of shame, starting up here where you can tell everyone who you are and how you are with Dungeon Dad, Dungeon Papa. How are you doing?
What's up? I knew you were pointing at me this time because I was watching the stream camera instead of her.
You're over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. I am Dungeon Dad. My real name is Josiah. I make YouTube videos about D&D, specifically about D&D monsters. Cool, weird ones that you may have heard of, but probably
I
not.
don't think I've heard of any of yours aside from Janny. I heard of Janny.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
that
only
video was
one.
coming out like an hour after the stream is over, actually.
Woo!
So that's a thing.
Great.
Next week is... Hold on. It's a that's the I don't know how you pronounce this, Hoondun or Hoondun. It's Hundun. I would pronounce that Hoondun. Hundun.
Hundun.
That's what's happening next week.
You're gonna have to figure out how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I sure am. That's gonna be, I think, the hardest part of doing the stat block. Really, is just figuring out how to pronounce it. But yeah, they're faceless creatures from before the planes existed, and they want things to go back to being that way.
Oh,
And they have like walking sticks made of hearts. They're cool. Anyways, that's a thing to look forward to or be terrified of, depending on whether or not you're a DM or a player.
I like watching videos a lot.
That
I'm a DM.
Exactly. That is me. That's what I do. Check it out.
All right, Aaron, down there. What do you do? Who are you?
Hi, I'm Aaron. I play D&D with Ollie and Delric on Fridays, and that's about it. Yep. I'm super active in their Discord if you want to chat there.
Discord link down below. It's the button that says Discord. Speaking of, the one who sows Discord, Tesh, who are you?
Hello, I'm Tesh of the Test Tube. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Twitter is where you want to follow me if you want to find out all the things I'm doing. But I'm obviously here on Sundays. I'm going to be on Diamond Worm's channel on Wednesdays soon. That'll be at 8 p.m. EST for Stars Without Numbers thing. And then on the next day, on Thursday, I'm on Matt's channel, the Dracovian Empire, for another D&D game. Having a lot of fun with that. And yeah, Twitter is the place you want to follow.
Awesome. And last of all, Will Winterbear there.
Hi. Twitter is actually incorrect on the stream right now because Ollie hasn't changed it yet, which is fine. Until I die, I don't think he will.
Me.
And then, so that's actually Will N. Graham, and that's my Twitter. But if you want to find all that stuff, you can actually go to my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/winterbeargames, where links are all down below on my channel. So if you're interested in anything that I do, that's a good place to check it out.
And you can find me here and on the Twitter down below. The only other thing I do of note is many things, one of them being on Wednesdays, a Stars Without Number game with no one here. Set in my own homebrew world. If you like the way I do with the lore in this game, that's exactly the same. I always write a fuck ton of backstory and I get really into the character, really into the setting. I also am going to be streaming Graveyard Keeper and Spider-Man PS4 next week. Not both at the same time, though.
That would be impressive, though.
That you know what? Don't. Graveyard Keeper is hard enough to play as it is, man. And that's me. And we'll be back next week, I think. I don't see any reason why not. So, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you later.
Session, everybody.
They didn't die.